On the subway, an older man suddenly fainted. Everyone panicked and quickly stepped aside, but I was the only one who stepped forward to help him up. Looking at this stranger in front of me, he handed me 2 coins and then left. I found it a little funny at first, but when I took a closer look, I realized one of them was a $500 coin from 2006. I understood then that this coin was really rare, so I slipped it into my pocket. Later that night, in a rush to get home, I took a shortcut down a narrow alley, even though I rarely walked this way. I remembered there wasn't a toll booth here before. As I wondered about it, the car suddenly reached a toll booth. I turned to find out it would cost $500 to pass. Angrily, I tossed 5 $100 coins into the machine, but the gate wouldn't open. Fuming, I yelled for help, but then I realized there was no one around. With no other choice, I took out the coin the old man had given me on the subway. Without hesitation, I dropped it into the machine. To my surprise, the green light turned on. I could finally go through. However, not long after, I started to feel that the road was unfamiliar. Just then, my GPS suddenly stopped working. The car began speeding up. Panicking, I slammed on the brakes, but the car was completely out of control. The speed shot up to 200 miles per hour. In an instant, I disappeared into the night. When I woke up, I thought I was in a hospital, but as I looked around, I realized I was in the rented apartment I stayed at during college. I looked at the calendar on the wall and saw that it was June 2006. It hit me I might have traveled back in time. Still groggy, I walked out of the apartment and ended up at school. The radio was playing a Jay Cho song, and the newspaper said Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie had just gotten married. That was the same day I had a date with the campus beauty. Just as expected, the campus beauty from 12 years ago appeared, and just like back then, she asked me to go with her to a concert that night. Then a motorcycle sped by, slamming into me and waking me up. I was so startled I fell under the bed. Looking around, I realized I was back in my bedroom at home. My wife was sorting through clothes at the time. As I reflected on everything, I didn't even notice a scar had appeared on my wrist. The next day I found it. I had no idea when it happened, but my colleague said it had been there since we first met. But at that moment, I had no recollection of it. That night I went to another colleague's house for drinks. His mother suddenly came out from the back room, almost scaring me to death, because just yesterday I had attended her memorial service. I thought I had seen a ghost, but I didn't dare ask her why she was alive again. I left without even finishing my meal. On the way home, I kept thinking about the strange events lately, and that incredibly vivid dream. Then I realized it wasn't a dream. I had actually traveled through time. The place was that toll booth. Now I was down to my last coin, so I rushed back to the toll booth once again.